The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, we review Womb Raider 3, the reboot.
Shall we play a game?
You've got several things to do. You've got work, kids in school. What do you do when it's all over?
How do you hand something from one player to another?
Dark soul light. Turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the new clan.
Welcome to another episode of Nude Clan. I'm your host, Caleb Craig.
It's especially shrill.
There are guns in this house.
Did it hurt a little bit twice?
Yeah, it did.
Hey,
You
I
weren't
got
even
you
wearing
headphones.
Yeah.
They're not. No, mine are plugged in. Caleb's aren't.
Everyone's but Caleb's are plugged in. And I'll tell you why they're plugged in: for volume control. Volume control of self, to see how you sound, so that when you're trying to pick something off the floor in the middle of UFF, you don't keep talking and then take your microphone 6 inches away from your face like they can hear you, because they really can't that well.
It's just dynamic sound. They
I'm
get a
just
real
used to
feel,
this Rode mic.
real feel for where he's at in the room when he does that.
Yeah.
Well, he used to be really good about it, and then over the last 3 or 4 months, it's just Caleb Schweiss has been. So he no longer keeps the microphone on the stand. That's fine.
The stand is for losers.
The other thing is that 3 out of 4 of us kind of are really close to the mic, like you used to be, Schweiss.
I don't eat the mic anymore.
And now you don't eat the mic anymore, so that makes you 2 dBs lower immediately. And so you either have to ask all of us to get 4 inches away from the mic, or you,
Well, I would have to ask
Maybe
you to
get a
get
little
6
closer.
inches away.
or
If we wanted it to be.
Don't bring his oral
If we wanted it to be the same volume.
but notice, in order to match my volume, you just got closer to the mic.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
But to match your volume, I would have to either do that or yell.
But that's the reason to wear the headphones, is to realize where you are in the mix.
At least he doesn't have the chair anymore that can do the Uber lean, so he doesn't just pass out in every episode like he used to.
It wasn't every time. It was
There was a time.
It was a chunk of time, yes, that was in a row.
This the mic dangling from his limp fingers.
So he's Caleb Craig,
Yep. And this is Cameron.
Caleb Schweiss.
and I am Joe.
Yeah, and today we're going to be reviewing Tomb Raider, the new reboot that just came out.
Just called Tomb Raider, not
Just
Laura
called-
Croft Tomb
yeah,
Raider.
Just Tomb Raider.
Just Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Yep. Did any of you guys look at the Rotten Tomato scores before this?
I did.
I did.
Before?
I thought
Not
we,
before, but after I
It's
watched
not good for you.
I
couldn't
refrained.
avoid it.
I refrained just because I thought we might do a little guess at the beginning of this, but since you guys already
it's
looked,
all
We
through.
said we were going to, but then we totally forgot it was coming out.
I looked at it. Well, the reason I found out it was coming out is because I went on Rotten Tomatoes to see what was coming out, and then I was like, "Oh shit, there's Tomb Raider." And then I was like, "Hey guys, Tomb Raider comes out tomorrow."
Abrac tweeted us, "Hey guys, you usually do usually guess what the rating's going to be before a film comes out." I guess we just all forgot about
okay,
it.
now we have to do.
I thought we did when we did the trailer a few months ago, didn't we?
I don't know. I don't re-listen to.
I thought we said we were gonna wait until it was a little
Oh
closer.
shit! I'm sorry, guys. That was a real ball dropper right there.
All right, we can do it for Rampage.
Oh god,
That comes out soon.
We should do that this week. We should do a cue from us to you on what you
On
think.
Rampage.
And then buy somebody a ticket to Rampage. Use our movie pass to buy a gift card. I'm doing it. I'll buy you guys a ticket to Rampage.
Can you really do that?
You're not supposed to, but yes. You can do a lot of things you're not supposed to do. They can check.
Well, now they have audio evidence of it.
Well,
Yeah, they're listening in. We got a
yeah.
listener.
The NSA, they slip the NSA at 20 under the table. They're like, movie pass. Find
search,
it.
search any mention of Movie Pass.
We need to know.
I think we can give it to him the legit way so that Schweiss doesn't lose his movie
We need
pass.
to know who's fucking us. I'm fine. Alex has hers.
Okay.
If I lose mine, it's fine.
You do what you want.
We'll find
Schweiss.
it. We'll do it in a way. Maybe it's the
Hmm.
way we should. Maybe it isn't.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited to review that thing. It was a surprise.
It was a surprise.
in a few different ways.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we got some. We got 2 HBO actors in there. I don't know if you noticed the guy who plays Pip from Game of Thrones, one of John's buddies at the wall in the beginning. He was flirting with one of the chicks in the office before she went on her little road trip. And then we, of course,
coming back. Yeah,
we got to.
Got
We'll
it.
talk about it when we talk about.
and
the
we have
movie.
Dominic West too from
Dominic West. Yeah.
The Wire, great show.
He was the guy inside the Courier place before they did that fox chase, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Thrones. But I didn't see the second Thrones actor, but they must have been there.
A stupid fox chase, yeah.
I'd chase that. That's what I was thinking the whole
chase
time.
You chased that fox?
Oh yeah, bag that fox.
Oh God.
Tranquilizer. as she's like
Jesus
blacking out, my face just like
Jeez.
morphs.
Twice.
My face morphs into Bill Cosby. hey.
Oh,
Yeah, and then that's all she hears. And like it's just like this tunnel. Like I just get smaller and smaller into the darkness. Fucking great. That would have added a full star to my rating of this movie. Even if she like woke up in a hot sweat after and it was like all a dream sequence.
Oh my God!
All right.
Okay,
All
what's
right.
everybody been playing?
You're not allowed to ask that, Craig.
Yes, I am.
What has everybody been playing?
I already asked it.
So does that cancel it out then? Do
No,
we just
he
go straight to who beat
screws
again?
up. He screws up my internal clock when he does that shit.
Oh.
It's whoever is introducing the episode.
That's not true.
It is.
It
You just-
usually is whoever is
You
introducing
just
the
tried
episode.
to take it upon yourself every single time so that you could go
We have
last.
had a large
it's like
discussion about this.
little
No, we
shards of
haven't.
control that he doesn't want
About
to
a
give
year
up.
ago, we had a large discussion
didn't.
about how the show was supposed to be ordered.
No.
Yes, you do the intro, and I think you actually might be right. I think you do. I think you do then say,
I just remember it.
what
Yeah,
does
it was me
everybody
last
play?
time.
But it is my job to keep everybody on task.
Okay, good. You can keep that job.
Okay, thank you. I will. Appreciate that. Your permission.
All right,
What have you been
What
playing?
have you been playing, Cam?
Anyways, I played a tad of Battlefield 1. It's getting kind of old now, but
Dude, they already announced
But-
Battlefield 5 for this year.
World War V.
Yeah.
2018's coming. Battlefield 2018. It's rumored to be World War II, but
Again?
rumored, so I don't know.
I don't know if it's really again. Battlefield doesn't really
Battlefield
have-
1945.
It's well, yeah, but that's a joke game. That's like a fun little.
I
It's
thought
almost
that
like
was
an
the
indie.
Mercenary series.
No,
Was the joke?
no, but that one's like it's a
You
small
mean
thing. It's like
Bad
not a-
Company.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a Bad Company's supposed to be coming too, but let's see about that. But anyways, played a lot of Fortnite this week as well. That was great.
It's great, huh?
Mm-hmm.
This free game
Yep, that's free grant.
that we need to play.
Yeah,
Play it.
I don't know if Joe would like
you
it
can
though.
play it without the PlayStation Plus subscription, Joe.
Why wouldn't I like it?
I just don't think you'd like it.
I don't know anything about this game. What makes you think I would or wouldn't like it?
It's battle royale basically. You do it dropped into a zone. You're with your buddies. You have to team up to kill everybody else, and whoever's standing in the end wins.
Okay.
It's great.
As a team or
As a team, you could do team or individual, but we always play teams.
We always play squad.
and
but
it's a squad of 4, so it's
so you drop down with nothing, just your pickaxe, and then you got to find guns and better guns and shields and stuff like that.
Huh.
Yep.
That sounds interesting. Okay.
It's really fun. You should download it.
Oh God.
It's a fun game. You need to have fun games. in
What
your
is
life.
what is fun anymore?
Exactly.
All
That's
all
why
I know is Digi Hell.
That's you've escaped the time of Digihell has passed.
A lot of people like that Digimon.
We don't know
episode, by
about
the way.
that, Twice. Cam's cooking up some things.
Oh, I know. I got some ideas, and I'm floating around the back scene, just waiting to see what comes from it. So
I don't need to know anything about your sex.
Digimon,
Floating around your back.
gotta evolve them all.
I got things floating around my backside.
Some things that I can control with a little remote. Now I'm pulsing to our theme song.
Nice. Nice. Is that it, Cameron?
Yeah, that's all.
All right, I have been playing quite a decent amount of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2. Getting pretty close to the end, kind of winded down. The quests that remain are annoying ones that are like class-specific, and those I don't really like because I don't have all of the super complex classes, so I can't do them. I have also played a bunch of Fortnite. I was initially going to start playing, I was going to play that 1,000 Year Door yesterday and Friday, but I just played Fortnite like all day.
Yeah, it was kind of surprising. I haven't seen enthusiasm for a new game from Schweiss like this for a long time.
That's because I have games that I must play, and then I can't. I don't have time for games that I can play. But Fortnite's really fun. It's fun to shoot people, and it's fun to take away everything.
Fun to
Just
get
in
brutally
general.
murdered instantaneously.
Yeah,
off
we
the drop.
get killed pretty quickly usually, but there are a couple great moments that I had where like there was one guy who I shot and like downed him because you have like a moment where you can resurrect your teammates, and like I waited and I was waiting for his teammate to come for him, and like teammate came down, like started resurrecting, and then I just popped that guy in the face, and then their whole team just wiped because once everybody goes down, they all die, and then their guns drop. So it was just like this explosion of loot. There was that one, and then there was another one where my whole team died because these guys like just there were too many of them, and we were in a bad spot. And I kind of waited for a second, and then I came around the corner with my shotgun, and this guy was trying to res the last guy that was left, and I
Momentum is a real thing in this game.
shot him in the face. And it was another thing where like the loot just exploded everywhere, so it's really satisfying to see like everybody's shit fly out.
Gross.
Yeah. It's fun though. It's fun, and
It's fun watching me sit in a bush for 15 minutes.
no,
and
it
then
was
win
closer to
second
30.
place.
It was closer to 30.
And then there's
minutes.
Craig, who just likes to hide in a bush while his whole team gets murdered, and then we have to watch him.
In
You
the
know
bush.
what? It's
For 30
about
minutes.
the game is about survival, and I survive.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I
Caleb,
survived,
is-
and I was the only one who got us to second place.
There were
Thank you very
how
much.
many victory royales do you have, Craig? That's what I thought.
I have one.
That's what I thought.
there were 4 people left, and 3 of them were on one team. So they knew there was one asshole out there hiding
I know.
somewhere, and they couldn't do anything about it.
No, it was great.
It's just Caleb just hiding. They're like, they know that all 3 of them are alive, and they're on the same team. But there's some other fuckface out there dicking around in some bush. And,
They didn't know I was in a bush.
No,
and I
but
wasn't
they-
in a bush for that last bit. I was hiding behind their own structures.
Yeah, that's true. Then you had to charge him, and he died.
I know. It
That was
terrible.
that was an
It
awful
was a sad day.
half hour of my life watching you sit there.
That's a pretty awful half hour of anyone's life watching.
Yeah, we
Caleb
probably
Craig
could have-
sit.
We probably could have just played another game, and he would have still been going bush mode.
I know.
But-
What will improve that half hour of your life, though, is trying to watch Caleb stand.
Or come out of a no.
you.
Watch Caleb get out of the back seat of a small vehicle.
Fuck you.
Front seat of a normal vehicle,
no,
dude.
no. But get out of the back seat of one of those two-doored vehicles where the back seat has to lean forward for the people in the back to get out.
Fuck you.
And that's the ones I'm talking about. Those 2 doors, those sedans.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I have been playing. Here's the problem, Craig.
Oh,
when you
coops.
screw up my order, then
Coop
I know that
nuts, yeah.
after I'm done, then I can go, has anybody beat a game? But because now that
no,
order has
see,
been
'cause
screwed
you
up,
fucked it up in the first
now
place.
you have to say, has everybody beat a game?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All I have played this week is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2, Grimoire of the Rift.
Good job. You said it correct this
Thank
time.
you. Thank you. I am really close to the end. I am considering plowing it tonight. And beating that thing. And I'm excited to then get to, I'll probably give myself a week off of video games and then do some Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door. So I am excited to get to some good shit.
Get some good, some Mario.
Get some of that Mario going. And I do have the copy that Dylan lent me, and it should work on the Wii.
Yeah,
So,
it will.
hopefully. Actually, I have a GameCube too. I forgot. I also have a GameCube for that Game Boy player. I'll tell you what I don't have, though. A way to play Vagrant Story.
It's a PS1 game.
I know.
Well,
Don't you have a PS3?
do you have the game?
I have the game.
Well, PS3s are all backwards compatible for PS1s. Every single PS3
Wasn't there
that's
something with
ever
their
been put
controller?
on there.
No.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll try it. I thought there was something wrong with that.
with
No.
the PS3's backwards compatibility.
Oh wait, my PS3 has fucking problems with both.
You should just put it down and buy a new one.
It works. PS3 games work on it.
It's not enough. You need the backwards compatibility.
God damn it, dude! I might have to buy a PlayStation 2. Actually, can I borrow yours, Craig?
I suppose.
And
How are
your-
you going to stream it? Just with the
and your
adapter?
memory card?
I have an adapter for the HD stuff. I was gonna stream Chaos Legion the other day,
But
then
then
XSplit said my login stuff wasn't like the login credit I had was no longer valid or some shit.
What?
Yeah, that's what it told me.
Is it a multi-factor login where you have to log in, it sends you a code, and then you have to enter the code?
No, we disabled that for Twitch at least. I
yeah,
don't-
yeah. Xbox
I mean,
doesn't have it.
what? No, very hard to hack into our Twitch account.
Yeah.
God damn it. We could never do. If you have multiple people sharing the same thing, I don't know how. You can't keep that thing secure.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, pretty much.
Whatever. Whatever. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out though. So yeah, after Paper Mario, it'll be Vagrant Story, and then all fun from there, right?
Yeah.
And I'm all caught up. Craig, what have you been playing?
Fortnite and Dragon Quest V.
That's it, huh?
That's fucking it. Yeah. So has anybody beaten a game?
That was like on time for that hog roar.
I know he was preparing for it because Joe built it up. He's like, "All right, now you have to say this." So Schweiss was
I'm
like,
laying
"Oh
down
yeah,
the
I
plan
need to
for
set up
Schweiss."
I need to set up the sound bite."
No, I have not beaten a game.
No, nothing.
Nope.
Dragon Quest V
Dragon Quest V. Wow.
Oh, are you guys reviewing that?
next week. Yeah,
Okay. Okay, good.
we should
Dragon Quest.
We should what, Greg?
we should be reviewing it next week.
Okay.
On this show?
I mean, you guys would have to play it.
All right. So the hog is as follows for 2018. Caleb Craig and Caleb Schweiss are tied for King Hog with 6 games beaten each. Cameron has 5 games, and I have 4 games beaten. Very soon to be 5 games, by the way. So get ready, Cameron. I'm coming for you.
What, can we count Fortnite as beaten when we win a game?
We'll let the listeners decide when Fortnite's beaten.
No, we're the ones.
go easy every time.
Yeah, we're the ones who decide.
I knew.
Well, we all need to play it then.
How about a victory royale in every standard mode? So duo, single, and squad.
victory?
Is there any? There's no arcade mode.
No, it's
It's
all
a multiplayer.
There
only
is there
game?
is a story mode, but it's not coming out until later.
Well, then
So you gotta wait till the story
I
mode.
guess you gotta wait till the story.
I guess
mode.
I'll still play it regardless because
Yeah.
it's fun. Although it's not, I don't know. I keep playing it, but it's not like I like it, but I just never win at it, so it's annoying.
It's something that you keep pushing yourself more to win.
But
it's
I don't
addicting
win.
in that sense. You just gotta learn how to build. Once you learn how to build and build your own cover, it's just gonna be that much better for you.
Yeah, I guess there was a sweet part where we were. So what happens is like it's very similar to the setup in Hunger Games or in Battle Royale, where like certain parts of the map will become unavailable. But what it is like it's the game will start you out and you are on a bus and you jump out and like you can land anywhere on this island. And once time passes, you get a time to like gather loot and resources and prepare yourself. And then suddenly the storm will come in. And what the storm is it's like there'll be a circle on the map that's safe, and every area outside of that you'll start taking damage, like 1 damage or 2 damage a second. Something like that. So you got to like run.
Every time the storm shrinks. the
Yeah,
amount
it
of
shrinks
damage-
and gets smaller
The
and
amount
smaller.
of damage you take from the storm increases.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. But so yeah, then you basically the map forces you to come together just like it does in those movies, so that the action picks up and you can't just like sit for all eternity in some bullshit corner.
Mhm.
And it's really fun, but it's
There's definitely a skill ceiling that you need to aim for, where people are insanely good and they just destroy people who are average.
Yeah, there was a really fun part though where we were all running from the storm, and Cameron's roommate was like, he was building a
Oh,
thing to
yeah.
get us up this
He's
mountain.
building a ramp up.
And
yeah.
he just kept building it up, so like we just kept going higher and higher into the sky, and we were just like running up this like building that we created. And it was the stairway to heaven, but then like we fucked up and everybody fell to our death.
he ran out of
He ran out of
materials.
material. He was trying to build a sky bridge to get to the cliff across, but then he ran out of materials and he just kept moving forward.
Yeah, it was fun. We all died though.
And there's times where I just see Schweiss trying to snipe on this hill, and he's starting to take fire. I'm like, Schweiss, you got to build stuff. So I have to run over there, quickly build him some cover, so he's not taking fire, so he can snipe from a safe location. Just got to learn how to build.
Yeah, I guess it's the building is kind of dumb though. That's what makes it really cartoon and arcadey.
You don't need to build like massive forts. You just need to build.
No, that the forts are what make it not lame. The little like chunks randomly are what make it seem like a
But that's all
bullshit
you
game.
need. Oftentimes, if you just need to run to a location and there's people shooting at you, you just build a wall here and there just to give yourself cover to move to the next location.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
We got a question there, Craig.
Yeah, we got a couple. First one is from Master Biscuit. He says, would you rather suck a dick for 10 seconds or play that Digimon game again from start to finish without skipping dialogue or using the auto battle
I know who this
system?
question was for.
Without using the auto battle system, I don't think he knows what that means.
I think he does.
I don't think he really
God,
does. Though.
dude, that is
I'd-
a 55-hour game.
I'd play it again.
Lots of people have sucked dicks.
There must be something there. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that there's something there. I'm just
Something
saying
to
that
it.
like there's nothing actually wrong with it. But here's the deal. I've heard a lot of people make the claim that it's BS that when a straight dude sees gay porn, they do not feel sick to their stomach. Because that was like a joke in the 90s. You know, there'd be like two guys kissing, and like the other guys would freak out and be like, "Oh God!" I honestly don't feel good when I see two guys kissing. There's just like some like physical, visceral reaction. I'm just like, ugh. I don't want to see that. Yeah, as I've gotten older, I've gotten more like used to it. Like I can handle it more.
Once you rewatch Game of Thrones enough.
I'll be honest though, I'm not going to suck a dick. So I'm just not going to willingly suck a dick.
You
That's
say that-
honestly- That's
you say
honestly
that
a
now.
surprising answer.
You
I
say
thought
that
Joe
now.
for sure was
So
going to suck a dick.
and oh my God, I'm good. I'm
Only-
good.
It's only
It's
10
not
seconds,
for me.
Joe. Only
It's-
10 seconds.
It's not even to climax.
It's really not for me. And I know it's only 10 seconds. I would rather play Digimon again.
Shinra adds to the
What
question.
about
He
you?
says,
Okay.
extra round, would you rather watch the entire Digimon anime series
Hey,
plus the movies or be a power bottom one time?
fucking two of you haven't answered the first
I'd
question.
play the game again, obviously.
Obviously, playing the game again, especially if I get to do New Game Plus.
The
that'd
only
rock.
one who any of us thought was going to suck a dick was
was
you.
you.
It'd be hard to get me to suck a dick. That isn't enough. That is not enough punishment to
make you suck a dick.
to make me suck a dick.
Okay.
Now,
How about suck a dick or be power bottom?
power bottom. Power bottom for 10 seconds.
No, it just said power bottom, so that's probably till finish.
Why do I have to be a power bottom? Why can't I just be just a bottom?
Just
You
like
just want to receive, that's it?
I'll just receive like a dead couch. As opposed to an alive couch.
it's very different. Yeah.
Where the k sound, I didn't expect couch to be on the other end of that word.
Fuck did you think I was gonna say?
Well, what else starts like, it was alive, now it's dead, starts with a C. What else? What else
Cat?
could it be?
Like a dead cat?
No, not a dead cat. Cow is what I thought.
Yeah.
Because the cow.
Dead
Fuck
cow.
Cameron.
You're the one who came up with
Cameron's like,
dead
"What, you
cat.
never
What's
fucked a
in your
dead cow?"
fucked up mind?
You're the one who came up with dead cat.
Let's see. Would I rather get fucked in the ass and also give a little while I'm doing,
God.
or watch everything Digimon?
Yep.
You can jerk yourself off while you're getting fucked in the ass. In fact, they might do it for you, so it's like at least you get the reach around treatment.
My problem is, what if I like it?
Then there's no problem. It's no punishment.
But then I don't want to be in a place where I'm questioning myself.
I thought you're always in that place.
I'm never in that
You're
fucking...
questioning it right now.
I'm questioning whether or not I like it. I've never stuck anything. Guys, I want it to be clear and written down in the law books. I have never stuck anything up my ass. Ever.
Not even like a thermometer.
Congratulations.
Not even a thermometer. I've never had a colonoscopy. Nothing has ever gone up that orifice. Ever.
So you think.
As far as when I've been awake and alert, nothing that I know of has ever gone up my ass. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe some of the massaging of the prostate feels good. Maybe I might have a relationship later on where someone puts on a strap on and goes at
God.
me. And this is the first day that I find out that it's actually not too bad.
It's still gay,
Blackmail
even
on
if it's a
blackmail.
strap on.
Is it? Do you think so?
I do think so, yes.
Wow.
It's still something going up your asshole.
Did you just see
It's
Joe?
just
Did you see Joe
sodomizing.
just internal reflection when you said that? Still gave his strap on. He's like, oh, and then his eyes went wide.
Shit.
Wait, that's still
That's
gay?
a good point. It's a phallus going up your ass.
But like I've said before, the gayer person is the one giving it because that person has to be turned on somehow by a man's backside. So the person receiving it does not necessarily have to be consenting in this situation.
So you're saying you...
And I'm saying this seems like rape, honestly, if it's like, you're going to fucking get fucked in the ass and like it, or you're going to watch every single goddamn thing from Digimon.
You don't have to like it.
Yeah, the whole point is to not like it. What kind of punishment is something you like?
But what if you
Can't
do
rape
like
the
it?
willing, Joe.
God.
What if you like it midway through?
Then it's no longer punishment, and they pull out and come on your back.
Yeah, then
right?
it's just gay.
Oh, God.
It's over. It's done.
All right. I'm watching Digimon. I had to think about that one, but
They beat up. They finish off with your ass juices on their dick, and then it's all over.
I'm watching Digimon. I'm watching Digimon.
Yeah, I'm watching Digimon too.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Same.
I could suffer that. I bet the episodes aren't that long.
My
No.
roommate's been watching that Digimon Try when he's wanted to watch something he's not serious about. So I've already kind of been watching it.
What's the matter with your roommate, man?
He's
like normal for like 2 seconds, and then
he's
he's
normal,
Just like,
but he's also a weeb at the same time, and he's not apologetic about anything he does. He's unfiltered like you
He
are,
is.
but
He's not apologetic about anything. Okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I heard some crazy anime going on the other day when he finished Fortnite up. He
Yeah.
wanted to like drunkenly fall asleep on the couch.
Yeah, he did fall asleep on the couch drunkenly.
I figured. That's the right thing to do. When you got a cam over and you both been drinking, you gotta just put him to bed and then go to sleep yourself. You're not supposed to take advantage of the cam.
Okay,
That is
so
a
we
tax credit.
got another question from Fred Beard. He says, Nude Clan Podcast, just a quick question about your movie reviews. After you're done with movies based on actual games, will y'all go back and review movies about gaming or involving gaming,
Oh,
like
God.
1989's The Wizard?
It's a good question. It's a good thing to bring up. There are...
It's basically Ready Player One, right?
I was just gonna say
It's also Tron, dude.
yeah.
Oh, and Gamer. Yeah.
And Gamer, oh my god.
Gamer.
I've seen part of that movie.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
The problem is, then we're going to open ourselves up to, well, if it has an arcade machine in the movie.
Yeah,
then
they
it's a
play in the
game.
arcade.
No, it has to be like Gaming Central.
So we got to see, like, Never Say Never Again, and we have to see Jaws, because there's a kid who plays on the arcade for 5
No.
seconds in Jaws. It's a gaming.
It's a very specific thing. It's about gaming or gaming itself.
Is it specific enough to have its own Wikipedia page?
Probably
That'll
not.
give us a list like
There's-
this one does.
I think
That we
we've
won't
just
follow.
listed the entirety of the movie base.
Well, the problem is, guys, that I think there is nothing
Oh, yeah, Skull
less
Hades says
cinematic
pixels.
than watching a movie. where people are sitting down at a screen playing video games.
There never are, though. It's like hardly ever what the movie is.
It's
Oh, what
because
about-
the writers know
What
that
about
it's a bad idea.
YouTube
Yeah.
series, Video Game High School.
Oh, yeah, they turned that into like a show.
That
on
Rocket
Netflix or
Jump did?
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we can watch Red versus Blue. You know?
Oh yeah. Except that's a movie made using video games? Is it technically a movie about video games?
I don't know. I think it counts more than the ones with video games in them occasionally.
That's true.
Grandma's Boy. We'd have to watch Grandma's Boy. That's one of the biggest.
That one's
flops of
actually
all
that one's
time.
not too bad.
I know. I think it's pretty funny
Of course, I haven't seen it since I was
Wait,
14.
why do we have
so
to
I
watch
don't know.
Grandma's Boy?
because he's developing a video game in the
Yeah,
movie.
that's the plot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it looks like shit. I think it was supposed to be like a Spawn game or something. There was something.
Oh
like that.
yeah, there is a list of films with plots centered around video games on the same Wikipedia page.
Nice.
There's quite a few. There's a lot of movies I recognize on here actually. Spy Kids 3D, Game Over.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I
God.
remember that movie.
No,
That movie was shit.
Oh, come on.
Wow, War Games I guess counts. That's a great movie.
Yeah, War Games is good.
And Ready
the
Player
second
One.
War Games, not as much.
Yeah, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. I guess that does count. Okay. You know,
Wait,
these
the
aren't-
new Jumanji would, but the old Jumanji.
Old-
is
no,
like a
yeah.
No
board
one's
game.
talking
I
about
said
the old
Welcome
Jumanji.
to the Jungle.
Oh, okay. Is that the new one?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know that was like the tagline.
No, that's the title.
Yeah.
It's Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle.
Okay.
Not
Yeah,
a
I should see
not
that.
a tagline.
I need more.
It probably also is the
Dwayne
tagline.
Johnson.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I kind of. That's honestly, I was watching that trailer for the Rampage again, and I was like, yeah, I think Dwayne Johnson is going to make this movie okay.
I think so too.
It still looks like it's probably going to be a giant piece of shit, but
How dare you?
it could be the. Piece
I have
of
to
shit
watch
with
it
the-
for 2 shows.
the piece of shit with a Dwayne Johnson cherry on top. Just waiting to be plucked.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the gayest thing I've ever said.
Is it?
Is that
Maybe
the
not.
gayest thing?
Maybe not.
No. I tweeted one of the gayest things you've ever said, if you remember that.
No, that's the most homosexual thing I've ever said, but the gayest.
I'm sorry,
There's a-
what?
Okay, so when I say gay,
Yeah,
I
man,
mean like
sexual.
flaming. I mean like I am on fire. My gayness is emanating around me, and
Like,
you could light it, and it would
You
burn.
can visually see it.
You can see it. My homosexual comment was just truly gay.
Yeah, the one where you said men are more attracted to women than women.
I was saying that.
Oh yes!
I was saying that like as
Thanks
a.
for.
It was more
bringing that
what I
back.
meant was
I
like
know what you meant.
dudes are more like, yeah, he looks fine, and then like a lot of women, it's like, yeah, great, or like no, but I don't know. Then again, I also before we started the podcast, I was looking at Alicia Vikander, and I was like, she has kind of a big head.
I don't know who Alicia Vikander
Alicia
is.
Vikander, whatever her name is. Some actress that has an Oscar, even though she's only been in like 5 movies.
Alicia Vikander.
Whatever.
Yeah, she won an Oscar for the Danish Girl.
Only the men have to wait for their Oscars. The women get them immediately. Think about it. Think about the guys who have just barely earned an Oscar, like Leo. He was a great actor. And we got one like 2 years ago.
I mean that's a big.
Get Out got a fucking Oscar for its script. It's his first script he's ever written. I did like the script of that movie, though. I will say that. It was good.
Yeah, I like that movie.
But the script to 3 Billboards, as far as like best original screenplay, is about 50 times more impressive to me than the one for Get Out.
I'm
so.
done. I'm over it.
Dude, no, I'm not.
I
I'm
can
over
live with it.
everything but that. That's the one that hurts me because I'm like, how? And the guy's Twitter, he even tweeted like, "Oh, I just won an Oscar, super surprised." I'm like, me too, me too, because I watched all the movies.
Oh, he made a bunch of jokes. I heard him on some Q&As and stuff where he's like, yeah, he was up with Christopher Nolan and Greta Gerwig and Guillermo del Toro. They had like a Q&A thing for all the directors that were nominated for the DGA Awards. And he's like, yeah, I don't belong in this group. That's what he said. And I was thinking, that's
You're probably
true.
right.
And I'm glad he recognizes that he's not quite there yet. Someday.
But
he
the
might
thing
be,
is
but-
though that's also what I hate about Hollywood is the you don't belong in this group mentality. like
maybe,
that.
yeah.
Oh
that's a
well,
good
you don't
point.
deserve it yet, even though your movie was awesome. Like you got to wait till you have a few awesome movies, and then you can make a pretty good movie and you'll win.
Whatever, man. I will defend. One of those that gets railed on is The Departed for winning Best Picture.
It's
and
a
you
great
know
movie,
what?
though.
I don't give a fuck. I love The Departed, and I think everybody can just suck a dick. Departed is my favorite movie from that year. I will keep pretty much the only movie from 2005 that I watch over and over again is The Departed. So
Yeah, I've watched it like 4 times.
yeah.
It's
Fuck
great.
it. Yeah, that's one of those that they're like, oh, they just gave it to Martin Scorsese because he didn't win.
That might be the case, but I also think it's great, so it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
whatever. Okay. Was those?
That was it.
What do you guys think? Why am I the only one who ever answers questions?
I think we should. I mean, we have a shitload
You
of.
want to add those?
Yeah, we might as well. I mean, we got a shitload.
Should
of,
our thing be
movies
if
to-
it's on that Wikipedia page, we'll take it?
I mean, it's
Yeah.
an obvious next step after we get through all of these movies.
Okay,
so.
well,
Yeah.
12 years down the road when that happens.
Well, the nice
continue
thing
giving us
is
stuff
we're gonna
to do.
keep on top of the new ones that come out, so that way we don't get behind.
Yeah.
We only get
Yeah,
closer.
like we attempted to do with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, Assassin's Creed was pre-Movie Pass, okay?
Well, that also
It was also the time where we were going to buy you a ticket,
I
and
know.
then you never went.
I can't remember what happened, but yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
So the movie pass thing is irrelevant.
You guys all got to see a movie. Isn't that
and
exciting?
we paid for it though, and that's the
Yeah,
sad
we
part.
paid for it, and we shouldn't have.
Yeah,
Oh,
they just
okay.
can't do it, and that was this chick's husband too. They both are in. video
Oh,
movies
yeah,
now.
we'll talk about that a little bit. I think there's some similarities in career.
Yeah, randomly really big out of nowhere.
Not out of nowhere, no. Neither of them.
The what's his face? He's only been big in like the last 10 years.
Only
He
the
didn't really-
last
He
10
didn't really do
years.
very much before that, like nothing.
We'll get into it.
And this chick's only like the last 5.
Is there anything else, Greg?
No.
Okay. Then let's talk about the 2018 reboot of Tomb Raider.
Womb Raider.
What's your name?
Laura
Surname?
Croft.
Square
Laura,
ears.
your father's gone. You can pick up where he left off. I see so much of him in you. Brilliant.
Hello, Sprout. If you're listening to this, then I must be dead. I found something. A tomb called the Mother of Death. If Trinity succeeds, our world is in danger. Promise me you will stop them.
I promise.
This
I
trailer's
think I know where
really
my dad
annoying.
went.
That's right in the middle of the
So they switched up the
It'll be an adventure.
Death is not an adventure.
for the
They made it look like in the
Dun,
trailer
dun.
that her father.
yeah. He's like, don't fucking look for me. Burn everything.
You shouldn't have come here. But I'm glad that you did.
What do you know about my father?
Now I see the likeness. The recklessness. Close the tomb once and for all. The fate of humanity is now in your hands.
Can't be too careful these days. The world has gone bloody mad.
I'll take 2.
It's pro-gun message. Yay! Okay. Greg?
So the plot of the movie is basically
It's
that
basically her making that noise.
Yeah, it's basically her making that noise.
It's basically
never
a movie
actually-
of time events.
I never actually heard that noise in the movie, though. I would have heard it, too.
It,
very
it did
distinct.
happen.
Oh, did it really?
It did. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Her voice cracks. Yeah.
What that is? I think that's a, That's like a, I just got kicked in the balls.
So
Like,
the plot is essentially the plot of the first one, except for they switched out like the
the actress, They switched.
Well,
out
yeah,
the
they switched out the actors. They
Right.
they lessened the boobs a little, and then
a little.
Well,
They made it-
this new one's based on the newer
The
Tomb
new-
Raider.
yeah, the
Yeah,
new
it's
one,
it's
yeah.
based
which
on
is also less sexualized Tomb Raider. So
Yes.
yeah, it's
we're
based
getting a different figure, which is disappointing in some respects.
Yeah,
certainly.
it-
Go
It's
ahead.
based off of the newer games, yeah, with elements from its sequel. I guess is what I was reading in the Wikipedia earlier.
Trinity.
Yeah, the Illuminati is now the Trinity.
It's just their triangle. They're like, we can't be called the Illuminati anymore. Let's just come up with something triangular. Trinity.
That works. Yeah. So the plot is now something about Japanese culture. There's a Princess Himiko who is the goddess
Queen.
of death,
She's
or
the
whatever,
she's the Empress.
Empress of Death.
Yeah.
She spreads death and destruction wherever she goes by the mere touch of her hand.
Sorry, this is all in the prologue, and then it's like it's forgotten for half the
For
movie.
a long
Yeah.
time.
They mention none of it again until she's like actually looking for her dad.
Which is only a 5-minute scene of her being in the tomb. So, yes.
yeah.
A lot of stuff in the beginning for nothing.
Yeah, so her dad goes to look for this Himiko on this forbidden island of Yamatai.
Which,
and
by
then
the way, he's not like a super Tomb Raider anymore. He's like just a rich dude who got obsessed with one thing.
yeah.
He's a rich dude who was obsessed with trying to find out if the supernatural was real.
He was obsessed with islands that sound like disturbed sounds. Yamatai. Like, I gotta go to all the islands that sound like... Yeah, all the islands that sound like a disturbed noise. That's how rich he was. He ran out of shit to do.
Yeah, so then he goes to China to get a guy who will take him to the island of Yamatai. And
they disappear.
And then they disappear, and then she's left by herself for like 7 years.
She's left with a giant house, does not live in it.
She refuses to
Yeah,
cash her father's...
Refuses to sign a thing that says that her father's dead and that everything goes to her.
Yeah, because she doesn't want to accept that her dad's dead.
She doesn't
even
wanna
though
accept
it's been
that her
7
dad's dead.
years.
She gets a small clue as to where her dad actually went, and then she goes after him. Meets like a Chinese boat dude who shoots guns and gets drunk a lot.
Played by Daniel Wu.
And is that the name of the actor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know him from somewhere, or you just got that from Wikipedia?
He's in other movies. I can't remember which ones though.
Okay, all right. Thanks.
Yep.
Then he's like, but that's in the Devil's Sea, and then she offers him a ton of money that she got from selling some amulets.
Selling her necklace that she got from her mom or dad or something.
Her dad. There was a big flashback about that amulet.
Yeah.
The pawn guy. Thank you for that. Thank you for providing with that, Cameron. The pawn owner,
Nick
pawn
Frost.
shop owner is Nick Frost.
Yeah.
And very,
His name in the movie is irrelevant. He's just
very
Nick Frost.
a terribly small role for Nick Frost.
I know.
Yeah.
He needed to be in the entire movie.
He needed to be the dad. That's
He,
what he
no,
needed.
he needed.
Oh
he
my
needed-
god!
no, he needed to be the Tomb Raider. Is what he needed to be,
He's
or
going
her
under that.
love interest. One of
Oh,
those
yeah,
two
there
would
you
be
go.
fine.
We also had a Game of Thrones actor, the Joseph Alton, the guy who played Pip in the show. He was part of this little club that she did. So she was trying to earn some money, and I guess this is like some weird English underground thing, I guess, where they like put a paint can on the back of a fucking bike and they stab a hole in it and you're supposed to chase it, and she's got like a foxtail.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess
And
that's
then
chasing the
then
fox.
she
Fox
gets a
hunt.
head start, and then everybody else tries to catch her before the paint
Yeah.
runs out.
Yeah, and that was kind of her like fall in the movie. It was like her failure. One of them, oh,
You mean after one where she gets her ass beat?
yeah.
Yeah, she loses a lot in this
She
movie.
kind of does, yeah. But I like that scene. I was kind of disappointed that the tail wasn't just like tucked in her pants. Like that's what I would have chased. But it was like hanging on the back of the bike. I was like, half a star right there. You just lost half a star. in your
Wow.
movie. So I'm chasing a bicycle at this point. Like bullshit. So that was
You're
We're
good.
chasing a bicycle.
You're chasing the money that you'd get if you caught the tail.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird game, though, don't you guys think? Like,
It's just
very
betting.
bizarre.
Everyone pays in order to chase the fox. If the fox wins, the fox gets all the money. If the fox gets caught, the person who gets the fox gets the money.
Is it really betting, though, or is it just I am in very good shape and I will thus win?
You're betting on yourself to win the chase.
I guess, yeah.
So yes,
It's a weird game to do. It's a weird bet. It's like race horses. I get, but like you as the racer, I don't know.
part of me thought that was like the best action sequence in the movie is that chase on the bicycle.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it too. It was kind of like when Indiana Jones 4 was good for a moment with the motorcycle chase, and then the rest of the movie kind of went to shit after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of the. It's a really. I think it's pretty good chase. But what makes me laugh is like, British people can't do car chases. They gotta do little bike chases.
Anyways, she's supposed to be 21 in the movie as well. She's 21.
Okay.
Yeah,
I believe
just the thing. Yeah, but the actress herself, she's 30.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I could see her as 21 though, just fine. She's
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
doesn't look
She looks pretty
old.
young.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that
Not that 30 looks old, but like she doesn't look. 30.
I just don't. I don't know that rebellious. Oh, my dad's rich, but I'm not accept he's dead, so I'm just gonna be a rebellious teenager right now type thing. I don't know. Didn't sit well with me.
I took it more as she just wanted to be independent,
Right.
which I guess might be rebellious to her rich lineage, but they're all dead, so.
Yeah.
Who's
I
she
didn't really
rebelling?
I didn't really have a problem with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I was fine.
That whole underground scene we could have done without. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we could have done without some.
Cameron, did you wake up on the bad side of the bed this morning?
No, I just
You seem
didn't
like
like it.
you're in a shitty mood today.
I just didn't like it.
It's a movie about a woman. So
He doesn't
hates it.
have.
No,
movie,
it's not true.
He doesn't have
Stop
movie
spreading
pass.
lies.
He doesn't have movie pass, so he doesn't.
So he had to
he had to
pay
pay.
for
Because I only paid like $4.50 for this.
Hey, I gave
I
you like a
watched
1
it.
hour warning when I was like, I'm going to go. And that was the early bird ticket price. It was
Oh,
like
we had
$6.
We had been
Yeah.
playing Fortnite until 3:00 in the morning, so I was still asleep.
Yeah, it was rough. Lots of losing to very late hours of the morning. Or I guess early hours of the morning. Couldn't be bothered.
Sorry you guys had to deal with that.
I know. I am too.
Yeah, so there's I like the bike chase scene, frankly.
I did too.
I liked most of the first act, except maybe the prologue. I was like, Jesus Christ, what
I
is
know.
this Himiko bullshit? But then, of course, when that comes back in halfway through the movie, then it's still dumb.
Well, I haven't played the new Tomb Raider, so I didn't know it was going to be like a Japanese theme. But then as soon as I saw like the Square Enix logo, I was like, I wonder if this is going to take like a Japanese twist, and then it did.
Yeah.
Because Square Enix had something to do with it.
I laughed earlier about how Laura Croft can never be played by an actual British person. We got a Swedish actress, and then of course we had Angelina Jolie playing it before.
They should do the same for
Angelina
007.
Jolie looked like old Laura Croft, though, so that was fine.
And Alicia Vikander, I think, looks
She
pretty
looks
close
pretty close to the new
newer
one, yeah,
Laura
she
Croft,
does,
yeah.
she
So
does.
I think this is pretty good casting overall. I think her character in the new one is a lot more fleshed out,
Yeah.
which was nice. I actually think both of the actresses are really great, but Alicia Vikander, I'm not looking at her going like, when is she going to slip up on her British accent?
I feel like she has more daddy issues in
honestly,
this new one
if
than in the last one.
That's true.
Although we didn't get we didn't get the
No, we just got Sprout.
Sprout,
Yeah, all the time.
Sprout,
Okay.
and then the weird
You know-
air kiss 2-finger thing.
Yes.
Which I've never seen in my goddamn life.
Every time I saw that, I just wanted to go.
Dude, no.
You know what it reminded me of? You know,
Sacrifice
in
as
Face
tribute.
Off, like the way that John Travolta deals with his family, like the way he says like hello is like a face waterfall thing. He like puts his fingers across. That's what that reminded me of, because there's a really awkward part near the end of Face Off where he does it at a really weird moment. He's like, when he when he sees his daughter back after they killed Nick Cage, and then he does like a face waterfall. So it's like, now's not the time. It's a weird moment. And like when she's saying goodbye to her father, because of course the father's alive and at the island he looks like a hobo because duh. That's super cliche that they had to put in there. She, of course, has to say goodbye to him by, doing the kiss with the two fingers and then kind of just putting it out of the air.
You know what this is going to do? Whenever she finds a boyfriend, she's going to make him do the kiss with, like, the two the two fingers and then the pinky, like, see you later, babe. the two in the pink and the one in the stink.
Anyways,
it'll be their
I would
special
not
little-
have
I feel like
known.
that's unnecessary.
I would not have known that she was not British. though.
I'd fucking do that.
Her voice,
No, her-
just sounded
she's
her
right
accent
on.
was
She is Swedish, so she's like from there. Angelina Jolie is fucking American. Doesn't sound
At least we
British
didn't
at all.
have the Daniel Craig scene coming.
Yeah,
in,
that's true, yeah.
Daniel Craig did not show up in this movie. You'd think that he would. But
Yeah, he should have been the dad.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
It's also a real origin story thing, so it's her becoming, I think, the character of Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she doesn't do the "I'll take two" scene until the very end.
I want to look at
Credits.
England gun laws because I don't think you can just roll into a
Nope.
pawn shop.
That was-
I think that was the point.
That was black market shit.
Yeah.
It's very open
She
door
illegally
black
got
market.
some-
No,
Yeah.
it's like it looks like a normal pawn shop. The guns are just right there. It's not like you'd miss
Well, they
them.
were behind like a back door thing. that
Yeah,
they were,
behind
like-
the lock thing, but you can still see it from the counter. It's not like they're doing a real good job hiding that they have guns.
I don't know, British people. What are your gun laws?
British
Very
cops,
strict.
British cops are very lax, apparently, or they don't go into pawn shops.
Dude, bro,
Only
is
way.
it
Nick Frost just like pays him off.
Yeah,
maybe?
from his movies.
Yeah.
There's a big, huge shipwreck sequence. What do you guys think of that?
I could see some CG for sure, and some
Yeah.
where it's
What?
like pretty like
I mean, a lot of those action events, it just feels like they were QuickTime events from the video game turned into a movie.
kind of.
sequence.
And I was like, and when she was going through the trees,
It's
later,
because
I was like,
it'll go, hey, there's something dangerous going on. It'll show her focusing on some like piece of railing that she can swing across, and then she just barely makes it. So it makes it feel like it's just a bunch of QuickTime events.
yeah. There was a part where she's going through the trees when she lands on the island, and I remember watching those death scenes from the game, and I was like, oh, that'd be funny if she got impaled by the tree, and she kind of does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lesser
It
impalement.
just looks like
time.
all those action events with the B-52 that was crashed on the river waterfall QuickTime event. Just all of the action sequences where she
Oh,
has
you
to
didn't
do
think that was a Jurassic Park 2 ripoff scene?
I did. I felt
Yeah,
Jurassic
because
Park
that's
too.
here's the
Because
thing.
the falling on the glass thing was like exact,
dude,
and that was awesome in Jurassic Park 2.
I know that was the best part of Jurassic Park 2. Yeah. This movie is filled with action movie cliches.
Yeah.
Like all over the place, from her dad being the hobo on the island to
If her dad...
to the plane falling off the water. And like as soon as she was in the river, I'm like, there's gonna be a waterfall at the end of this river. And
Yeah.
like, there's a waterfall at the end of this river.
2 waterfalls.
Double the waterfall.
Yeah.
For that shipwreck part though, there was one part where she like went back in to grab her dad's stuff, and then she drops that like puzzle box thing, and it like the camera like zooms in on it, like still being in the room when she left, making it seem like it's important,
Yeah.
and then never calls back to it.
It's only
So
important
it's either a red
because-
herring or a deleted scene. It's one of those two things.
I was like, "What the shit? Like,
It was
what did they
important-
need?" And then they needed it sort of for like the door.
Yeah, that's what it was for. It was supposed
And
to
then
help
she
you
like
know how
called
to
back
unlock
the
door.
memory of it, but then she like didn't have it, so it was like, what the fuck
Yeah.
was that zoom in for?
I think some of the worst parts of this movie is when it became the puzzle that was probably good in the game as a puzzle, but in the movie we're just watching people kind of flail around and her like go, "Oh, it's this," and then like put it in. So we don't get a moment
not
as
to
audiences
mention-
to guess like what the fuck the clue to the puzzle is. She's just like, nah.
Yeah,
it's
not
just-
to mention the fact that
just
they like
solved.
mentioned that they have been trying to blow up the door that is just made of rocks, by the way,
Yeah.
with explosives, and that doesn't work apparently. They
And that
have
whole-
to have the code in order to open this door when they have fucking charges of C4 that has been
Oh, yeah.
blasting the island apart
We haven't talked
for
about
7 years.
I've been talking about the bad guys who are there when they get there. Of course, they're bad.
Yeah.
They take the Chinese sailor dude hostage.
Right.
And then they eventually take her hostage. She escapes or something like that.
Yeah, he helps her escape.
These guys, of course, have slaves doing their bidding, which I was like, why?
Stranded fishermen.
Why can't you just pay people to...
They explained
'Cause
some
it's
of that.
illegal.
Some of them were workers.
Did they explain that they keep on, that they're there for 7 fucking years and they use ammo like fucking crazy?
They did not explain that.
I
No.
was like, are they getting like regular ammo shipments?
They
like,
could.
keep your slaves.
The guy
at
has
bay.
a- the guy
Here's
has a-
all the ammo.
They're probably
they
doing
didn't,
some regular
They didn't
supply
explain
drops.
that, but they could. I mean, the guy was like, "Yeah, I only talked to one person on this satellite phone." And you know what's weird about that? He kept kept
7
saying,
years of ammo.
Yeah, he kept saying like, "Oh, I have no one to talk to," and he has like
All these
a
people.
bunch of people. Like,
Yeah.
he made it seem like he was alone on the island, you know.
He made
And then
it-
you walk out, and he's got a shitload of people working under him.
was-
He's like, the only person I have to talk to is on the other side of this satellite.
I was wondering
phone.
if there was going to be like some weird zombie plot and like he had mind control over these like thralls outside. I was like, who's that walking outside then? Like, can
Who
you
are
not?
all these fucking people? Do you not speak Chinese?
I was like, wait, that guy also works for the
there
same
are
place
people
you do.
for you to talk to.
Anyways, it's my theory that Laura's dad he went off the deep end. He is
clearly.
off the deep end. So there's this one scene where he's
Yeah,
like,
his crazy
"Don't
eyes.
open the door." It's
Well-
like, let him kill me." I'm like, if he really wanted to die and prevent the door from opening, he would have turned around and eaten a bullet right under
Well,
that
no,
guy's
okay,
gun.
so he explained that too. And he's like, "Oh, I've been giving him false leads for like 7 years." Like that's how he explained how they didn't immediately find where it was supposed to be, considering the
No.
clue was 2 rocks being like in a triangle pattern on this fucking cliff.
No. So there's that, but he's crazy. He didn't really want to die because he would have eaten a bullet there. But then later, as he's going, he's like, "Oh, she's still breathing." It's like, no, it's just atmospheric pressure change. And you come to find out what the real secret is behind Himiko. It's totally just not supernatural in any fucking way.
It's pretty ridiculous, though.
It's pretty ridiculous.
It is pretty
It's a
ridiculous, but it's not
disease.
supernatural.
Whoa. Spoilers.
Well, he did think it was. Like, you remember when she first found him?
Yeah, no, but he's off
and
the
then,
deep
and
end,
then he's like,
convincing himself that the supernatural is real, and he's going into
Well,
this place that he's
yeah,
deified
he's-
in his head, and he's fucking off the deep end.
well, yeah.
He
I
needs
mean,
to be
when
checked
when
in.
she finds her, or when she finds him, he says something like,
He went off the deep
"Oh,
end well before he
Himiko was
reached the
sending him
island.
visions."
Oh,
He
that's-
thought it
no.
was like he was seeing his daughter all the time. He's like, "Ignore it."
No,
it'll
that's
go
just
away.
him.
Ignore
He's
it,
off
it'll
the
go
deep
away."
end. It's him off the deep end.
Well, yeah,
being
it was
crazy.
fucking crazy.
And he was well on his way before he reached the island.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was clearly driven crazy by the loss of his wife because he was like, "I'm going to go search for supernatural things."
Yeah, he got deep into Disturbed, and the albums just kept getting worse and worse as time went on.
Yeah,
It's
that's why I discovered Yamate.
yeah, Yamate.
There is a scene though when he's infected by this thing, the father, and he puts a tourniquet around his arm that's been infected, and this infection grows really quickly. By the way,
Unless you're the black
and
guy.
I was so ready. I was
Yeah.
like, I thought he was gonna do the fucking thing in Evil Dead 3 where he's like, and I locked it off at the wrist. Like I was ready for him to use the
Daisy.
use the pickaxe to chop off his own arm. I was ready for it. I was like, this needs to happen.
Yeah.
And he didn't do it. Idiot.
Yeah,
could've
just
lived,
put the
yeah.
belt on.
He could have lived
know,
if he had just
maybe.
like Bruce Campbelled his way through that.
You know, I'm slightly impressed with some of the goons in the movie though, because like there was that one part where she's like escaping and she like is on the trying to run across the fallen tree, you know, to get to the other side of this thing so she doesn't fall in the water. And then they shoot the tree while she's trying to cross it, so she falls into the water. Instead of just assuming that she's dead like they do in every other action movie,
We're
they
done here.
actually try to shoot her while she's in the water, and they're like, "Fuck, she's still alive."
Yeah, I will say this is a vast improvement over the last Tomb Raider. Is that first off, she is not immortal. Second off, she does get hurt a lot. She's not like the greatest fighter in the world. Like she gets beat a lot, and then she has to use her mind to do some of the puzzles. So I will say that the character of Lara Croft is much better in this movie than we saw in the previous other two shit.
I
don't know.
agree. It's true. The other Laura Croft is just she was over sexualized. And
Look,
it's just I don't know.
only one Laura Croft can cut her own hand and mount it, get a shark mount. For the remainder of her time in the sea.
Maybe she'll do it later. This is her beginning.
Shamu,
Schweiss.
come.
This is just her beginning. She will eventually call a shark with
I
her
hope so.
with her skills.
And then, anyways, it's not like so. And then their grand idea. So, should we just talk about how Himiko was diseased and she locked herself?
Spoil it.
She locked herself
Sorry,
up
guys.
in this mountain cave.
Okay, you can predict almost all the movie, including that part, by the way. Because Alicia Vikander's, I'm sorry, Tomb Raider, fucking whatever the fuck her name is, Laura Croft. She goes for a second and she has to work out what's going on, and I immediately knew what happened. I was like, oh, it's a disease. And
Yeah.
she was a carrier.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
thought Bloody Mary, like, immediately. And, of course, Miss Laura Croft had to take 5 minutes to figure it out. And so, yeah. Even that I predicted. I did not predict her falling on the waterfall. I didn't predict that.
I mean, there's so many different
about it.
things. Like once you find out what it is, you have to go open it, not send in people with hazmat suits to find out what the fuck's going on. Number 2, blowing it up just disperses it throughout the cave instead of destroying it. And number 3, the guy who got the disease at the end, she just kicks him down the ravine. The people, Trinity, all they have to do is go back to the cave, find the guy down at the bottom of the ravine, and just take him as a sample.
My question is, can viruses live that long in a dry climate?
My question
She
is...
desiccated the moment they
so
opened the tomb.
Himiko is immune to it. I think that's what.
No. So she was, yeah,
she's
but
still
it's
a
been,
carrier.
She's a carrier. It's been thousands of years. What happened though? What you could try to explain away is that she was so well preserved in the airtight coffin that the disease could have lived kind of dormant in there. Because as soon as they opened it, she immediately desiccated once she was introduced to normal air. Which happens to certain mummies that they'll find.
they'll disintegrate if they didn't have oxygen.
But is the disease still alive after all
The
that time?
disease doesn't make any sense in this movie. Let's be clear here. So there's a part where they all find the tomb. The white guy touches it.
It's
They're
a
like
zombie virus.
trying to
Schweiss.
pull it out,
That's,
and then
that's the thing.
Yeah, she's a zombie.
and then he's infected. They have to put him down. He shoots the black guy, who also touched it, but like was checking himself, and he was fine. Black guy dies from gunshot wounds because the guy went crazy and started shooting people when he was zombified. Right. Black guy gets up later as a zombie. So I was like, okay, the black guy's immune. That's cool. And like he gets blasted. I'm like, well, that was kind of useless. He's dead already. And then he gets back up. So what is this disease? Like it only works when you
It's just zombie.
have physical contact with it, but it's not airborne. I don't understand. I don't get
It's
it.
fucking airborne now that they blew her up.
Is it though? Oh, I guess it would be. Oh, yeah, so it has to
Well,
be airborne. But
It would,
they're
it would-
only in the
if they
cave.
blew it
Only
up,
in
then
the
it would be heat treated and possibly destroyed. Who knows?
Possibly, but no one knows because they didn't send fucking the World Health Organization
True.
there to find out what it was, what they should have from the moment. I mean, even this Trinity's got to have like some evil fucking biological warfare unit that they could have sent in hazmat suits guys in to really find out what it's about.
Instead of
Fucking take a finger off of her and we'll fly you out.
I want to know what they thought it fucking was.
what I wanted to happen. I wanted him to like grab the finger thing to pop it and like a bunch of dust to fly at his face. I was like ready, for that.
That whole scene did not say he's being backed by a multi-billion-dollar evil corporation. It was just fucking hokey. The whole scene was fucking
Okay, so what
Stupid.
confuses me though is like if you think about it, it's like what did Trinity think was there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's like they don't believe it's supernatural.
I think the dad
so
knew
what the
more than
fuck
Trinity.
did they think it was?
I think the dad knew more than Trinity did, but
Maybe
they
they
didn't
figured
think
it out
was
before
supernatural.
Laura Croft did.
Yeah, they figured it was some fucked up disease and they wanted it.
But if that's what they thought it was,
Then why send in the
If
grunts?
that's what they thought it was, why would they send in the grunts instead of fucking sending in a team to contain it and then fucking
and why were they
take
cool
samples
with
of
the
it?
And
project
hold
lasting
countries
7
at
years?
hostage.
Perhaps a scientist or two with some
God.
fucking...
This would be a
Protective.
terrible plot out of a James Bond movie. At least number one knew how to fucking get things done.
Pretty standard plot out of a
No,
James
they
Bond
would've-
movie.
They would have sent in fucking hazmat suit people in there to grab it.
That's true.
that the whole thing bothers
People with like
me.
claw hands.
Exactly.
Well, the bad guy in this wasn't exactly like a really.
The fucking self-destruct device that's like this big, but destroys the whole fucking ship.
The bad guy in this wasn't exactly a great bad guy.
No, he
either.
wasn't.
I thought the actor did a good job.
He
like,
did okay,
chewing
but
the
his
scene.
his like character though was
His
terrible.
character's not great. no.
Yeah,
Because
it
like
was.
it made it seem like he wanted to go back to his family, but there was like nothing really to that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then, like,
It seemed like he was going to be a good bad guy, but then he just wasn't. He was just kind
it's
of
like
bland.
he just killed people mercilessly, which was cool, but it meant literally nothing.
all
cool,
about
yeah.
killing the enslaved.
yeah,
Chinese.
the enslaved Chinese people.
It was great to
On the
have him
Japanese
as
island.
the expeditionary team to find where the cave was, but after he finds out where it is, his job's done. Like, you're not going in there, buddy. That's not what we're paying you for. We're paying you to leave you on an island for 7 years to find it. Afterwards, we're going to send in the real professionals to actually
Yeah, maybe they're really
to
pissed
find
at
out
him.
what's going on.
Yeah, it's
They're
like you're just staying here now.
What the fuck, man?
Oh, geez, that was huge hole. If they really wanted the disease, they would have done it in a better way, and they can still have it because he's still down there, not buried by anything. I mean, you saw Laurel crawl out of the hole. It's not going to take much to open the hole again and then go find his dead body and see he's diseased, and then they still have it.
Technically, wouldn't all of those skeletons have been infected by the disease?
No, they could have just killed them and just sacrificed them.
They all
So
committed
I looked
seppuku.
up, and they have found viruses that can be on a hard surface, hard dry surface for up to 7 days.
But
So
what
there's
about?
just no way it could.
But
survive
what about-
But what about the
600
super
years?
disease?
What about airtight container where it's
Yeah, what
perfect
about
atmospheric
diseases with
pressure?
big balls?
It would
What
have
about
to.
those?
They do survive longer in wet environments.
Because it could have been a little damp inside of that.
No, it
She
couldn't have
still-
been. Otherwise, she wouldn't be mummified.
True.
Cameron.
That's true. So the disease
So
could not have
this
lived.
She wasn't
is
mummified though.
She
magic.
was. She was mummified.
She was. And then she turned. She
That's what
disintegrated.
mummification looks like. You don't actually have to think of Egyptian
Mum-
mummies every time you think of mummification.
There's
It's
a
just a
certain
dried
thing
out
that you
body.
No, and you
have
can
to
get
do that.
mummified in the right.
There was a guy who
conditions.
got mummified in the World Trade Center attack in like '93 because a chunk of like thing fell and he like was stuck under it, and they found him and he was a
If
fucking
there's the
mummy.
right dry conditions inside of the
Just
environment, you can
insane.
be mummified. The Egyptians perfected it and made it an art out of it, but you can be mummified in the correct conditions.
Nah.
Also, mummies' curses these days are way more intense. Yeah, fucking Trade Center mummy curse.
But Joe brings up a good point. The virus isn't going to live that long.
I don't think it
Should have
will.
left that tomb alone.
I mean, I guess this virus does.
It's
I
fucking. The
guess.
virus is the worst part about the
It's
movie, in my
supernatural.
opinion.
It's supernatural. It's what
It
it is.
kind
That's
of
the
is,
supernatural
yeah.
part.
It has to
No,
be if
it
they
wasn't.
turn into zombies.
Wait, that's the worst part about the movie. Not the midway through the movie, we're going to introduce to you Trinity,
the
that was dumb, too.
Illuminati.
the Illuminati. Midway through the movie.
That was dumb too, and then also the.
But then you saw the part
And then her
where
realization that
Croft-
the chick that she gave her
Yeah.
power of attorney to is now
Oh,
her.
is Max from Mission Impossible?
Yeah, it is it's the super bad guy,
So
the leader of the Illuminati.
Kristen Scott Thomas, is her name.
Possibly.
That's the actress who plays that. She plays another white collar criminal thing, mastermind in the first Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie. And the first time I saw her, every time I see her, because I saw that Mission Impossible movie about a million times, and so every time I see her, it's like she's Max. And then when she was like, "Dun-dun-dun-dun," and like it was all like, "Ooh, it's coming! We're gonna find out this Anna character is evil." I was like,
I just
"Oh
like
my
how
god!"
I kind of figured she was,
It's
but at the same time,
character.
she just
I figured she was
happens-
evil. But at first I thought she was going to be like the replacement for the butler dude. From
Yeah,
the,
so
from
Laura
the first
really
movies.
doesn't care about her dad's company. She doesn't care that she inherited it. She signed off her powers of the day-to-day stuff to this other woman. She doesn't care, and she just happens
She
to
didn't even read the damn
randomly
thing.
flip
Yeah,
open
she should
this
have read
book.
the fucking box.
She just randomly happens to flip open this book of all of their fucking holdings and all the stuff her company owns.
Dude,
And she
I didn't-
randomly flips to the page with the P's on it to randomly see that Patna was the company that they owned, and that her dad's company owned the evil company.
Yeah, and then I'm like, did her dad not know? Was her dad like stupid? Like what's going on?
I
here?
think all the Crofts just don't fucking care.
Or
what
like
they
the other
own.
guys just didn't know he was their boss.
Yeah, they're like, wait, is she our boss? Like, should we be taking her orders or yours right now? Like,
Yeah.
probably hers.
Yeah.
Maybe the merger happened like pre-dad going over.
Yeah,
I don't know.
7 years where the
I
dude was
don't
on the
know.
island and he doesn't know he's trying to kill his boss. I sign your checks, you asshole.
You know what? We talked a lot of shit about this movie. It has some plot holes. It has some stupid shit. Pretty much every time the word Trinity is mentioned, that's when the movie is dumb. I thought the action was not too bad. And I thought, even though a lot of it is cliched, I thought it was a fun ride for a lot. It looked like the trailers make it look like it's going to be CGI hell, and it is in a couple spots, pretty much where they pulled for the trailers. But otherwise, I thought the action was actually pretty good. I thought the characters in this movie were pretty fun. Certainly better than the other one. And you know what? Honestly, I came out of that movie going, wasn't perfect, but I kind of liked it.
Yeah, same.
My best review is not bad.
Not
Yeah.
bad.
My douchebag, because we all know critics like to have their little one-liner
They do.
fuck face
They certainly
comments, right?
do.
Mine is my fuck face review is this. It's surprisingly not bad, unsurprisingly not great. a 3-star review from Caleb Schweiss.
I mean, we all miss the giant boobs of old Laura Croft.
That's
but,
true. Now we got woman pecs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
I don't mind that.
I
To be
gave-
honest,
Vikander is.
I don't
buff.
mind it.
I
She's
don't
buff
mind
as
it.
fuck
Muscular
now.
chicks are
It
hot.
makes
Okay.
honestly, it makes more sense as a Tomb Raider.
I know. I heard this yesterday from Craig, and I was like, "What? Okay,
It's
You sure?
someone
true.
has to like him."
I don't mind.
I
it.
mean, she is, yeah, but
Uh,
I wouldn't say she's toned.
She's
Extremely.
she is pretty muscular. She doesn't have cleavage. She has she has 2 pecs.
with teats.
Yeah, dude.
Wow, yeah, that's fair.
It makes
She
more
is-
sense as a
she
Tomb
is
Raider.
buff.
Yeah, I
It
don't
does.
mind that they didn't sexualize her, and I also didn't mind that they didn't force Daniel Wu and her to have a romance.
Yeah.
I'm okay
But
with
they
it.
did
left it
tease
open.
They
They
teased
did.
it a
Well,
little.
They did
it's gonna-
tease it a
it's-
little
you're
bit,
gonna-
but they
you're
didn't
gonna
like
flirt with
make
your
it
story.
happen.
It's
like
gonna
in the
happen
other
next
2
time.
Tomb Raiders.
But yeah, it'll.
They
Also-
didn't have
Did you guys have a
upside-down
moment where you saw
push-ups.
Daniel Wu just like using that the machine gun and then using the grenade launcher just like it was nothing? Like he has to
Yeah,
have learned how to
yeah.
use it. So
I
he
thought that
and
was
then
kinda weird.
then another scene he has dog tags that are just dangling off of his neck too. So he must have been like a part of the Japanese Defense Force or whatever. Chinese Defense Force or whatever.
God, you racist.
He was
Japanese
attacking
theme,
the Japanese
Japanese
Defense
theme.
Force.
It's a Japanese theme, but all the people in it are Chinese.
Okay, anyways, Daniel
It's
Wu,
weird.
Chinese, yes. And so he must have been a
I
part
think the
of
island is closer to Hong
Chinese
Kong. Though.
Defense
That's why
Force.
she went there.
It was an island off of Japan, though. That's what they kept
That's what the
saying.
legend
It's
was.
in the sea of the Devil Sea or whatever.
You know what? There's not that much ocean between those 2 places, so
No, there really isn't.
it's highly likely she just went to Hong Kong because it was easier. But anyway,
Because they found a guy who's willing to take them there from Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Which is probably why. I don't know why they only found Hong Kong fishermen to make slaves, but
I don't know either.
Chinese
They make
fishermen.
Hong Kong fishermen make the best slaves. That's why.
all right. So Alicia Vikander,
I guess.
not Alicia Vikander or whatever.
I made her American. I'm sorry.
Alicia.
Get over here.
Alicia Vikander, I think is a fantastic actress. I've been in love with her like deeply. Like I watch her on screen, I'm like, oh god, like my heart is going.
I watched
like
the
this.
5 movies that she's been in. And my heart
She's
just
actually.
flutters.
I looked at her filmography. She's been in quite a few movies, some of which I've heard of that I haven't seen. A lot of little art house movies type thing. But she was in. The first time I saw her, I guess was like her 4th movie. She was in Anna Karenina, opposite the redhead guy who's been in every movie for the last 2 years.
Domhnall Gleeson.
Domhnall Gleeson. And so there's like a love story between those two, and it's a real. I think honestly, I think that movie is super underrated. But maybe I just have a thing for the filmmaker. But when I saw her in that movie, I was like, oh my god, she is like the way they shoot her and stuff in that movie. She's like an angel in that movie, and I was like, oh, and of course I sympathize with Domhnall because he's redheaded, so I was like, "Oh my god, yes, a love story."
He doesn't stand a
between
chance,
this beautiful girl and Domhnall Gleeson, and then of course, the next movie I see her in is Domhnall Gleeson and her in Ex Machina.
True.
And
yeah.
she plays the robot who's supposed to like get him to try to fall in love with her in like a really twisted, horrible way. So it's funny to me that like the 2 movies I saw with her in it, she's opposite the same actor. But yeah, and she won an Oscar for The Danish Girl, which I haven't seen, but I've heard is really good. And so I've been following this girl's career for a while. This is a new.
I knew she was. I watched Ex Machina with you.
Yeah, you
guys,
watched
but
Ex Machina.
That's the only thing I watched that other movie too.
Anna Karenina.
Most of it, yeah. And that was the one I watched because it had those guys and it had a couple other. Oh, Keira Knightley was in it.
Yeah, Keira Knightley plays Anna Karenina.
That's the one I watched most of. I don't know if I finished it. I can't remember. I didn't really like it that much, but I also didn't start to finish.
A lot of people don't like it. I love it. But
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think I saw it from the very beginning, so I was like kind of loosely watching it, and I was like, it seems fine. But, yeah, I had no idea who this chick was.
Yeah.
And you're like, Oscar winner, and I'm like, really? And I looked at her, and I was like, yeah, I have no idea. And then the Ex Machina, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I know who she is. She didn't have any hair in that movie, but, she's a robot. But.
Anyways, I always see myself as Domhnall Gleeson in every one of those situations. And also the fact that she married a redhead named Michael Fassbender. I'm really like, there's a pretty girl out there.
Yeah, and he's going to die. He's going to die in the next 20 years because he's an old man, so you got a chance.
Oh, my God. What's funny about watching those two, they like have the same fucking career trajectory. They're in all these little art house movies, and people appreciate them for that.
And then they're the biggest fucking actors ever.
They're nominated or win Academy Awards, and then they go off and do the video game movie right after.
Yeah, right after they get big.
Right after both times.
When Michael Fassbender is like the guy you cast as like an awesome person and like won't do shitty roles, he just does the fucking role of Assassin's Creed. And it's
hilarious to me. It's hilarious to me. They're married and they both have this fucking same career trajectory.
That's awesome.
It's funny.
They're perfect.
They're also both very skinny people. They're both very, very skinny people.
No shirtless her in her movie though. But we do get a shirtless Fassbender in that fucking.
You get. I think there's a movie where you see his dick.
Oh wow.
Yep.
He's all about
It's that sex addict movie, Shame. Directed by the guy who did 12 Years a Slave and Hunger, which was Michael Fassbender's, I think, first movie, which I've seen, which is really great.
Wasn't he in 12 Years a Slave, too?
Yeah, dude. He plays, like, the fucking evil...
he does?
Yeah, dude. He is crazy in that movie.
Yeah, he goes full hog on that.
Yeah, dude. Anyway, so...
Yeah.
Maybe I'm biased
I liked her.
because I'm in love with her, but
so
I did like her in this movie.
I didn't see her. Honestly, I didn't see her as Laura Croft until the very end, and so I can accept this as
the very end where she buys the 2 guns.
Yes,
and she gets the leather jacket.
So that was the cheesiest shit.
I can accept.
Yeah.
I
could see her like flinching in pain saying that line too. She's like, "I'll take 2."
Maybe I can accept this as the origin story of Laura Croft, and so hopefully we'll get some trademark badassness of Laura Croft in a sequel if there's one that follows this one up.
Trademark cheesy badassness?
Not cheesy, just badassness. Just like...
What badassness? Because there has not been any badassness from Angelina Jolie that has not been cheese.
Well, you can do badassness without cheesiness. Just think of like newer James Bond.
I think her
where you get badassness from the James Bond character.
I think her
that's not too cheesy.
With the hand-to-hand fight at the end with the guy in front of the ladder bridge, I think that was pretty.
The badass part was where she kicked the ladder down, keeping them both on the same side. That was the one badass part. And then, of course, as the thing's tumbling down, the other ledge drops low enough to where she could jump across it. But anyways,
she had to have that.
The quick time event needed to happen.
She had that climbing tool or whatever.
The only time I thought video game was when the swirly.
Maybe it was
spikes
because
come
we
down.
saw all of the fucking deaths that Laura Croft has in the video game. That every time I saw one of these cutscenes, I'm like, that's a quick time event straight from the video game.
I really liked the scene where she was.
But anyways,
where she got the parachute and she was going down through the trees. I honestly liked that scene quite a bit.
I did too, but the thing that bothered me is I was like that parachute wouldn't be ripped up like that.
Yeah. Well, how long has it been in the water, just rotting there? You know.
But it was ripped. It was clearly torn. It wasn't just rotted through.
Do you think it was torn when she like popped it?
No, it was old.
He's saying it looked like a prop. Is what he's saying. It looked
Pretty much,
shitty.
dude. Yeah, like it was like legitimately ripped, and she had it perfectly preserved in the backpack thing it's in.
It was in a humid environment because it's right next to the river. The leather would have rotted away before
It probably would have, but it wasn't like that at all.
Anyways, yeah,
'Cause, like,
that's
it was-
just
it
that's
was
just
all just a
Hollywood
white-
movie magic.
It was a white parachute. It looked clean in it, cleanish. There was,
was
no,
ripped up.
there was no rot. It was just ripped
Yeah,
for no reason. And I was like, I don't think it would be like that.
and they're trying to make it look old and in a way
I
where it
know
was still
they were trying to
usable.
make it look old and tattered, but I was like, no.
Anyways, I liked her. I like this as her becoming Laura Croft.
I was surprised how much I liked this movie.
Did you guys guess the Rotten Tomato score before the movie?
I guess it was going to be 60.
I think I guessed it at like 30, but I can't
Did you guess
remember.
it all, Cam Cam?
No, I haven't seen it yet, so my guess would still be valid.
It's
What's your guess?
49.
God damn it!
Tell you
Caleb.
before.
I was
What
going
the
to
fuck,
actually guess
Caleb?
it.
I was ready for it.
I was actually going to try to guess it, Caleb.
Yeah, you asshole.
Jesus.
All right, what were you going to try to guess?
I can't say it now because it's going to be adulterated.
49.
Anyway, if
Yeah,
that
just
makes
guess
it, I
49.
believe that makes it the freshest.
So if I say 49, that means you guys have to pay for my movie ticket I just bought.
that believes it makes it the freshest.
Because we didn't all guess.
I don't know. Let me check.
It's in the Wikipedia
It's
page
definitely
for
the
video
freshest.
game
It has-
movies.
yeah, it's definitely freshest.
Because the other one was like Prince of Persia.
I don't
Or-
it was
and
Prince of
Resident
Persia.
Evil,
it was,
right?
It was
one
one
of
of
those
the.
two.
I think it was one of the Resident Evils.
Just do. You can
Oh, I
sort
can't
by
wait to watch
Rotten
those
Tomato.
Resident Evils. It's going to be fun.
49 for Far Cry. Or no, for Tomb Raider. Yeah, this
Yeah.
one.
The highest one before was 36.
What's the next one?
36.
36
For
for Prince of Persia. What the fuck? I told you guys. So this is
Vastly
the greatest.
superior.
This is the greatest video game movie of all time.
We
It
got
is.
Rampage. We got a
Really?
Dynasty Warriors movie coming out. Detective Pikachu, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Dynasty Warriors movie?
Honestly, Tomb Raider is
That
probably
one
the
might be okay.
Tomb Raider is
No.
probably
I really hope that it's just a kung fu movie.
Tomb Raider is
all I
probably
want.
the easiest one to make a movie off of because it's just
Because it's an
it's
Indiana
kind of
Jones
a female
ripoff.
Indiana Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
And they still didn't really do a great job with this one, but they did a better job, and it's kind of surprising because like you don't really need to have
Well, what just happened is that they dropped all the cheese out of the other video game movies. Is basically what happened, and it made it a more watchable movie.
it. Yeah,
I thought,
suppose,
yeah, structurally it was better. Her character was better. She had some flaws and stuff like that. So it was just better written.
Yeah.
Still not great. Still kind of cliche, but it's, you know what? I would say watch it on Netflix. That's where I would rate it. You know, there's watch it in the theater right fucking now, like Annihilation is, and then there's you know watch it if you got time.
Wait till Redbox.
And then there's wait till Redbox, and then there's rent it on Amazon Prime, and then there's watch it on Netflix when you have nothing else to watch. And I'd say this is a watch it on Netflix. It's not a not watch. It is a watch it on Netflix, though. Okay. I got our rankings here. Does anybody else have any final words?
No.
I think it's fine. I don't know if you have Movie Pass, watch it because it's covered.
Yeah, it's covered.
It's better than the other ones, so yeah. I
It
guess.
is. In fact, without even talking to each other, we all put our rankings down of all these movies. So if you're ready, I'm going to go from bottom to top. You better not have put it the other direction, Cameron. Okay. I'm going to go from bottom to top. Mine is the worst movie is Wing Commander, Double Dragon, Mortal Kombat, Lara Croft Tomb Raider, Super Mario Brothers, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Yes, I did have more fun watching Mortal Kombat Annihilation than the original Mortal Kombat. Tomb Raider, Cradle of Life, and then the greatest video game movie of all time so far that I have seen in a row, as we're watching right now. Tomb Raider, the 2018 reboot. Schweiss has Double Dragon as the worst, followed by Wing Commander, Super Mario Bros., Mortal Kombat 2, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tomb Raider, Cradle of Life, and then number 1, Tomb Raider 2018 reboot. Schweiss, are you missing one here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you are missing one.
What am I missing? Is the first Mortal Kombat?
You're missing the first Tomb Raider.
Oh, let me see this.
You got Tomb Raider 2 and you got Tomb Raider 2018 written on your ranking.
Too many Tomb Raiders. That's what I'm saying.
Tomb Raider, many.
Too many.
I'm sorry, guys. I had to find the old rankings. Okay, Tomb Raider was.
You got a little mark there, I think.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's why I fucked it up because I didn't put it in the last time. After Mortal Kombat 2 for me. Okay.
Okay. Get it in there. Make sure it's legible so that next time we know.
This is gonna be bad. It's just gonna keep happening.
Yeah. There's always a Tomb Raider missing. Okay. Cameron's worst is Double Dragon, followed by Super Mario Bros. Wing Commander, Mortal Kombat. He also puts Mortal Kombat Annihilation above Mortal Kombat. Lara Croft Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider Cradle of Life, and then the new Tomb Raider. So Cameron is all Tomb Raiders at the top.
As movies, they're just better than this fucking piece of trash films.
I think in general you're pretty correct, except for the first Lara Croft Tomb Raiders.
Still better than fucking Double D.
Oh yeah, everything's better than Double Dragon except for Wing Commander, in my opinion. Okay, Caleb Craig has Double Dragon, then Wing Commander, Super Mario Bros. The Lara Croft Tomb Raider, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat Annihilation better than Mortal Kombat. You know how much we're in the minority on this opinion?
I don't know, man. It was pretty funny.
It's a funner watch to me than the other one was. The other one, I guess,
the first one is still pretty fun to watch, but this one was funner.
Yeah, there's something more fun about it. They're both bad movies.
I do miss Christopher Lambert, though.
Yeah, he's the best part of the original Mortal Kombat. Tomb Raider Cradle of Life. And then the top movie. All of us have the same top movie, guys. The remaster, what the fuck?
The remaster?
The 2018.
The remaster of OG.
Alicia Vikander, Tomb Raider. So, there we go. There's our official Nude Clan dealio yo. Okay.
I pulled up
our next movie is Resident Evil.
Yeah, it is. I pulled up the fucking
sweet
the movie because I reordered the Wikipedia page from like worst to best, and there's one that has a 0
on Rotten Tomatoes.
I believe, yeah, for Rotten Tomatoes.
Which one has a 0?
Let me go.
It's
back.
the arrows you got to click, not the name. There you go.
Tekken has a 0.
Oh God, I don't remember that movie.
From 2010.
Alone in the Dark has a 1%, and I just looked
at it.
Is
that Tekken movie a live action movie?
Yeah, live action.
International live action. Yep.
Oh my God.
At least that's what it might just be theatrically released. Is that live action? Because the cover does not, the case does not look live action.
I think it does.
Just heavily
Is
stylized.
that like a Japanese only one?
It might be. I think it is.
Yeah, it must be a Japanese one.
Yeah, but
it's not counting it in the animation.
Oh, it's
section.
it's an international live one, so I think it's a Japanese one.
It's live action.
But I was just reminded of how fucked up the studio that made Alone in the Dark is. They couldn't even spell their name right because it's Infogrames. You guys remember that? Infogrames? Like, who put that R there? Filed the LLC as Infogrames. Are you fucking serious? God, I don't want to watch that, man. It's about the one that we played.
It's about the one that Joe and I played.
A New Nightmare. You did not fucking play that thing.
I tried. Yeah. I wonder if he's gonna have
5 seconds of it.
I wonder if he's gonna have the triple barrel shotgun in the movie. I
can't imagine. I can't imagine that any movie would be worse than that game.
Fucking
dude,
we will
that
find
fucking.
out.
I started laughing at the fucking introduction of that game, like the narration. I was like, "Are you serious right now?"
Oh my God. Okay. Speaking of, by the way, we do have nominees for the next review, which is going to be the two Calebs against each other. And these, what did these nominees come from?
These come from our good friend Troy Kavanaugh. We actually
through Patreon.
Through Patreon, yeah, his
Nice.
Patreon forced entry. And as we decided, we are going to let everyone choose from the list of forced entry nominations. So we all have our choices here. Give us
Okay.
a nice list, and we chose from the list.
That's right. We got our 4 games for you guys to go to Twitter, to @NudeClanPodcast, and to vote on. Catherine is my choice out of Troy Kavanaugh's nominees for you guys to play. Who nominated Tales of Berseria?
I did.
Schweiss nominated Tales of Berseria for you guys to play.
Bitch about that Digimon
That's 'cause
RPG.
Digimon
but then,
sucks, Caleb.
But then you go and nominate another RPG
because
after bitching about have to play a bunch of RPGs.
Digimon sucks.
Makes sense.
And
Makes
guess
sense,
what? I
Schweiss.
can't stream Berseria, so I don't have to stream it.
Why can't you stream it?
Because they didn't let us stream Susteria, remember?
Yeah, but that was a music thing for that one. I don't think it has the same
fuck.
problem for Berseria.
All right, well,
Why do
whatever.
you give a shit? Okay.
Because I don't want to do it. Sometimes I just want to play it by myself in the nude, And now I can't.
You can still play it in the nude.
You
I
can.
have real streaming equipment.
Well, yeah, just keep your camera on your face.
Well, if I ever get up,
Or on
like-
your head.
yeah, there
All
you
right.
go.
Ashura's Wrath, I believe, was Craig's choice.
It was.
And then Rogue Galaxy is Cameron's choice for you guys to play. So thank you very much to Troy Kavanaugh. Once again, Catherine, Tales of Berseria, Ashura's Wrath, and Rogue Galaxy. Please go to Twitter and vote on that @NudeClan Podcast, where you can find that. You can find me at Joseph Golier.
Me at Obsidian Bar.
Me at Nude Clan Cam.
Where the fuck are you,
Me
Cameron?
at
He's
UFF Podcast.
browsing memes.
You know what? Alone in the Dark is only 4 movies away. Just keep that in mind. It's coming.
Oh,
It's
God.
fucking.
Dude, to be
I wonder-
honest, I want to watch it next.
I wonder if that.
I want to get it over with.
I wonder if that music video you get at the end is going to be like the credits as they roll.
I hope it's throughout the whole movie. And I hope the soundtrack is just the... I hope that's the only piece of music they have in there. A true movie or game-to-movie adaptation.
Okay. All right. NudeClan.net is where you find us. You can support us on Patreon. Even give us a forced entry at a certain level. And you can click through our Amazon link, and we'll get a small kickback for whatever you give us. And we have a store open on TeePublic if you want to get some merchandise as well. One question from us to you this week, and this we'll find some prize to give you. Have we shipped off trophies yet?
No.
Okay.
Nope, we still owe one person a trophy, and the book needs to be
Okay.
sent.
Book needs to be sent.
We also have a copy of the Tomb Raider movies that a man won from our review last week. You need to still tweet us. Let me know where to send that shit.
Awesome. Rampage, guys. What do we think the Rotten Tomatoes score is going to be for the next video game based movie, Rampage?
Solid 30%.
Say 30% on Rampage.
I'm going. I'll go 23%.
I'm going low. I'm going 11%.
Are these prices right rules or just closest?
Closest.
Closest without going over.
That's Price is Right rules.
I know.
What'd you say, Schweiss?
11.
11%. You think it's going to be a stinker?
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
I think that it'll get enough niceness
From The
from Rock,
Dude, I think
but then everything else.
I think
will drag it
he's
down.
going to try to make it a comedy in some of the bits.
I
so.
think I agree with Craig. I think it will get a boost from The Rock. And I think, you know what? I think it's going to be the second greatest video game movie of all time. Or third. I'm going to put it just above Cameron's.
You bastard.
You're just covering the next 60% of possible chances.
That's right. At 31%.
God damn
That's
it.
douche.
That wouldn't be the third greatest.
So my guess, which could have been close, if it's above mine, can now no longer win.
If it's in between 23% and 30%, it's going to be in there. I've got them written down, guys. Got them written down. RT. I'm just going to point point it right there. Rotten Tomatoes for Rampage.
Yep, and then we'll buy the other person a ticket to... do you want to do a contest with the listeners? Like we did on Ultima for Kingsglaive? Buy them a ticket, too. Fucking tickets for all.
They can just... I don't know.
I think we should do that. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. We'll buy you a ticket. We'll give you like a $10 gift card to Cinemark. I think we could handle that.
Well, the Cinemark's not nationwide. I think that's
Are you sure?
middle of the country, yeah.
Oh, well, maybe it wouldn't work then. Well, just tell us what you think is going to win, and you get kudos for...
Should we have a hashtag?
Hashtag Rampage Score.
Hashtag Rampage Score. Hashtag Nude Clan.
Yeah, there you go.
Hashtag, so 2 hashtags, guys. Hashtag Rampage Score. Hashtag Nude Clan. Give us your score. And you got to get them in before like before Rampage starts getting reviews. So
Yeah, we've dropped the ball
When
on
does
this one.
when does Rampage come out?
It's coming out next month, I believe. I think it was in April.
yeah, I think so too. But we can
We have the interwebs. But
So yeah, get your scores in
Hashtag
now
Nude
before
Clan.
anything comes out.
Hashtag Rampage Score. What is this? April 13th.
yeah, so less than a month. We're gonna get some. I think the video game movies are just gonna start coming. Like,
Well,
sadly,
we have a few stocked up. Yeah.
Jordan Ford Roberts, he's working on Metal Gear Solid.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, really?
Yeah.
I hope that's awesome, but I don't know, dude. I think Metal Gear Solid is one that you could probably do it with.
Kiefer Sutherland should have started it 10 years ago. Should have already been made if that was the case. But the problem is, man, dude, I don't know if that can be a great movie. It's already so movie-like on the video game version that it's, to me, it'd be hard to make a different thing while not sticking to the other thing that everybody knows by like fucking heart. That's tough.
Yeah,
I feel bad for the people who have to fucking write that.
They just
Just
gotta
get-
make it. They just gotta make it twins.
just get
twins
Kojima to
again.
make it. Just get him to write it.
Yeah, it'll go way over budget.
Yeah, it's like
9 hours long.
Yeah, it's a 9-hour movie. Like, this thing costs $300 million. I don't think they're gonna make their money back.
There's like a bunch of Easter eggs where they say different shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I want it to be awesome, but I know better. I know better.
Why do we know better, Schweiss?
We've seen what
History.
happens. Yeah, history repeats itself, even with Tomb Raider. Still,
history repeats.
Yeah, it's kind of repeated itself. Tomb Raider was like one of the best ones when it came out.
yeah. Yeah, so we'll have to see what Resident Evil does. I liked Resident Evil when I watched it last, so
I remember watching Resident Evil and I remember liking it.
You own Resident Evil, don't you?
I think I do.
I think you do.
There's a crotch shot that you can pause just at the right moment for what's her name?
Is this a panty shot? I think it is. I think it is.
I know panties when I see them. Yeah, it's not bad though, but it's been a long time. And then Jessica Rodriguez is in that one too, I believe. She's the one from Machete, right?
Jessica
Or
Rodriguez?
Michelle Rodriguez, that's right. Sorry, I keep thinking of like standard names and then like mixing them all up. I've got like a mixed
Got
bag.
a Danny Trejo thing going on in UFF.
Yeah. Jessica
What'd you call-
Rodriguez.
What'd you call Danny Trejo? You called him Robert Trejo?
Robert Trejo. Robert Trujillo is who I was meaning to say, but yeah, Robert Trejo. It's their love child.
Trejo.
It's a really short, kind of buff old Mexican guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I need that machete in space.
We got a review from you guys next week.
Oh yeah. We Monster Hunter World.
Monster Hunter
I was
World.
like, get on it, guys.
What are you talking about? Oh yeah.
I beat that so long.
and
ago.
then
I know.
and then I think after that we'll have a history of video games. And then it'll be Paper Mario.
Whoa, with Paper Mario's in 2 weeks?
It's in 3 weeks.
Oh, shit. That's not very far.
Wasted 4 weeks not playing it.
I didn't waste 4 weeks.
you did.
I had to play that
I'm
fucking Digimon
I'm
game.
gonna give myself 2 weeks to play it. So I'm gonna give myself a week off after this week, and then I'll play the 2 weeks
Okay.
before that happens. and then it'll be Caleb Schweiss's week, and then we'll have Resident Evil. So it's honestly not that far. It's like 5 weeks away till Resident Evil.
Yeah, it seems close, but it's only because this one's kind of disrupting with its release date. Wait, if that's 5 weeks away, that means we're going to have like Rampage my week and then Resident Evil the next week. Possibly.
This is a golden age
Of not having to plan episodes.
movie reviews. Yeah.
Of everyone doing a quarter of the work for the episode.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think that's going to be it. You already got our plugs. Yeah. Fuck it.
All right. Enjoy the nude.
See you next week.
May the list go on.
Live always in the nude.
Fuck off.
No!